Welcome back to another episode of Off-Grid Skater. My friend said he wanted to take me to a rock to skate. Little did I know it was the world's largest freestanding boulder a German spy blew himself up under. Site of some serious alien activity, including a guy being visited by aliens and taught how to build a time machine. Man, I've been to a lot of crazy spots, but this one was absolutely rad. So many weird boulders to skate, and things got treacherous as we climbed in and out of caves, exploring an ancient historical site and barely surviving the desert landscape. I thought I was just gonna drop in on the rock, but it ended up turning into something out of this world. Out here with High Desert Shredder. We're out in the middle of the desert. He's taking me to some spot called Giant Rock, you said? Yeah. And in theory, I might drop in on it, but not sure. I'm feeling pretty sore after yesterday, so we'll see what happens. Recon mission. Okay, so this spot, I was completely unaware of the lore that surrounds it. I just thought it was a big old rock to maybe skate. However, after doing a ton of research, I realized this is one of the craziest spots that I may have ever skated. Beginning with a deep history for the Native Americans as a ceremonial meeting spot of the tribes, the legends didn't stop there, and in fact just got crazier as time progressed.
This is the largest freestanding rock, I believe, in the world. In World War II, 1942-ish, there was a German spy that was living underneath the rock. Whoa. And he was stealing TNT dynamite from the 29 Palms base, and they had kind of caught on.
So after the government became suspicious of his German roots, a few agents went and visited him. After an altercation with the agents, Kreitzner ran into his rock and slammed the door. This led the agents to throw a smoke grenade under the cavity, which detonated all of his dynamite and ended up blowing him and the cavity up and injuring the agents. What the heck?
And it left a cavity. You know, about 10 or 15 years later, the dude that started the Integratron, I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head, he was living there and actually had a studio with his family underneath there. And they lived under there for a while. In
their time there, they had an incident where apparently a UFO came down and Van Tassel met an alien leader and got to actually explore the ship, as well as given forbidden knowledge.
It happened on my airport, which I've operated for the last 16 years, at Giant Rock Airport, 17 miles north of Yucca Valley in California.
Giant Rock, when this ship appeared. Now, give me the details, John, because I'm never tired of hearing the details of a man who says he has seen creatures from another world. Was this the guy who gave you the formula for the time machine?
That's the man.
Will you tell me now? The formula for a time machine.
F equals 1 over T.
Let's talk about this picture. This is the time machine.
This is a picture of the machine we're building down there. This structure is actually up. We're working now on the parts on the equipment that operate it. This rim around here has armatures 57 feet in diameter, which will be better than 4 times bigger than the biggest armatures ever made before.
So after about 2 decades of meditation and alien research, Van Tassel ended up moving to the Integratron.
And then he ended up living at the Integratron. It was built by George Van Tassel, the second dude that lived under the giant rock, calling all earthlings. And this place became kind of like a hub for like alien conventions back in the day. Like there's a lot of photos with hundreds of people out here doing alien convention stuff, probably like early 60s.
Giant Rock, for the last 10 years, has been the Plymouth Rock of the saucer age. Saucer conventions were meeting here as far back as the pre-astronaut era of black and white television. But the contactee's storyline was the same, then as now.
Howard, would you tell us in your own words about your trip to Venus, how it started?
Well, as I say, it started first with a very decided tingling all over my body. The tingling finally extended to the mind area, and there was a clarification of mind, such as it's hard to believe. I seem to become one with the entire universe.
Okay. And then in 2000, so this rock, the crack that we're going to look at right now, it fell in 2000. And they say it was because of the guy who detonated himself back in 42, and it took that long geologically for it to fall over. So one day, when you see this rock, there's a part that's just fallen off that's got the tranning on it. And so that's kind of the history of it. Now it's a local spot. It's BLM, a lot of shootings, like shoot your guns out here, but there's a lot of generator bands, a lot of like, you know, desert gloom,
like raves and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sick.
Like I said,
Whoa.
it's like, so yeah, it's the largest freestanding rock. Weird record.
Oh, there's people here.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's only been able to drop in on it.
That's only been
The
for
last
2000. Yeah, so like that's pretty new that in geological time that it broke off. And then, you know, a lot of people say it's because they ruined it.
Okay, so this rock is way crazier looking than I thought, and there's a million things to skate here, so we might get a little off grid.
We're riding on a electrostatic magnetic ship right now on the Earth, doing 66,000 miles an hour right now in an orbit around the sun, and we're all astronauts in that respect. When you realize we're dealing with a type of man that is almost as far above us in intelligence as we are above the lower animals, there isn't anything phenomenal in this at all.
Oh my god, dude, there's a million things to skate. Wait, what?
Yeah, so there used to be like an apartment studio under here with the second dude that lived here with his family, and like I believe there was running water, some type of electricity, and there's rebar and there's pipes and stuff all throughout this, and I don't know what is from him, and I don't know what's like climbing stuff.
So what? I'm baffled by this whole situation. So this guy lived in here, but then he blew himself
Yeah,
up
so
in here?
the first guy, the German spy who was during World War II checking out the 29 Palms base, was stealing stuff, and when they came to confront him, he blew himself up. And then somehow that George Van Tassel guy, I don't remember how, came here with his family, and then the aliens told him about, you know, how to build this contraption, and an energy contraption, and that's why he built the Integratron right down over here.
So they obviously used it for what, geothermal, you think? Because it stayed cool down here?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Plus, like, it probably wasn't quite as hot for you. Nowadays, it's a little hotter out here.
Yeah, it's doable, but I don't think you could ride away in what, like this kind of ground.
Yeah.
Is it easy to climb or no? No. Dude. I'm trying to think if I have enough water. You don't have any extra water.
I think I have water. I usually do, and I just don't know if we drank it last night.
I have a little bit, but just the scout out. I was absolutely astonished by the possibilities of things to skate. And although it was a hot day and we had very little water, I couldn't stop myself from climbing up into the boulders to try to find something to skate that was perfect for off-grid. What can we find? The spot felt elusive yet magical. At this point, I was almost unable to comprehend the level of history, but there was a certain feeling, a sense of spirituality that is the kind that you feel when you walk through the desertscape. I could feel the sense of allure that many others may have felt. The terrain was a lot rougher than it looked. Although there were transitions and smooth parts, whenever you would fall or even brush your skin against a rock, you would immediately be split open, kind of like what happens right here. All I did was bump my finger into this rock and it immediately split it open. But I'm a skateboarder, so with blood pouring out, I got back up and I tried it again and then searched for more, even though the water was dwindling.
They all believe in flying saucers.
They all believe in flying saucers.
You obviously believe totally in flying saucers.
Yeah.
Because of that one. Does your wife believe in flying saucers?
Well, I don't know very many people that don't. It's as obvious as believing in heaven or afterlife or anything else. You have certain things you believe in life. You believe there's air we breathe, yet we don't see it. We fly airplanes on it. And this is an intangible. We can measure it. Well, probably they're not concerned with giving us too much of their information because we'd only use it in our battle to destroy each other. The world's divided in two camps, each capable of eliminating the whole civilization. And if we were to go to another planet and observe this condition, we would certainly be a little cautious about who we talk to or what we reveal. Well, in this case, they drove a car into the airport. They didn't come in a ship. They're walking among us on the earth all the time, and we don't realize it.
The throwdown to straight bonus is so...
Dude.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Hard with the cut.
Dude.
Struggling. Oh. Oh, that scared me, the fucking sound of the... I thought something was growling at me. Oh, fuck. Alright. Shall we keep moving? Being a bitch.
Good?
Alright, so the mission was successful actually. There was way more than a drop in on that rock, and I did actually get a drop in, and the spot was unbelievable. Surprised myself with a lot of tricks. Didn't expect I was gonna land. I'm all cut up and tore up a little bit. Another day in the off-grid. If you like everything that I'm doing, please like and subscribe. You can be a member on my channel, and anything counts and helps me with these journeys. Peace and love.
Now I'm going to disappear, but purely for 1 minute for this message. This foregoing interview with George Van Tassel of Giant Rock Airport, California, was not, I must stress, presented to you as a scientific examination of George's claims. But he did tell us one thing, how to recognize visitors from outer space. If they ever come to you and you're sitting in a room and they snap their fingers 3 times and disappear, and when they reappear a few seconds later, then you'll know for sure that they are from outer space. Thank you and good night.